Hello, 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 hello. Can we talk?
That's the jam.
Hey, that's the jam right there. Hello, hello. Good evening, Grace Union Completion. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Can We Talk? Hello, Annette. How are
Hey,
you?
Anita,
How
I'm
you
awesome. How
doing?
you doing?
You
I'm, I'm,
good? I'm
I'm
good.
good.
Is everybody good? Because we good. If you good, we good. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Can We Talk? You tuned into Can We Talk with Movement Worldwide. You know, I'm not sure if we're on Facebook. Have we gone live everywhere? Can you check? Can somebody check? Because I'm not seeing it pop up on my Facebook page. Y'all give us a sec to make sure we are everywhere. Okay, we're on YouTube, but I'm not seeing it on Facebook. Can somebody say, Do you see it, Annette? Hello?
Uh, on Facebook, you said YouTube or
Yes,
no?
I don't see it on Facebook. I don't see our live on Facebook. It is not there.
Oh,
I don't know what happened, y'all. And it registered that it is live on
yeah.
Facebook. It says it's live, but I don't see it. So
Oh,
if anybody does,
I just shared it, but
you did? Is
yeah.
it live?
Let me see. Let
Is
me
it
go back
live?
out. I will look.
If you did you share it once we went on, or you shared it before we went on?
Once we went on.
Okay, well then it means it's live. If you shared it once we went on, then it has to be live in order for you to share it. You see what
I
I'm
think
saying?
it is. Yeah, I got you.
Okay, so I'm trying to see if it's live because I'm not sure if it's up. But anyway, I'm going to keep on going. Can we talk? If you tune into Can We Talk with Movement Worldwide, we are a motivational
Yep.
organization built to educate minds, empower, nurture, and transform. We are a movement to move. We want to help you thrust into your purpose so that you can start living the best version of yourself and win. We've tapped into some winning information with some winners' resources. We're seated at the winners' table, and we invite you to take a seat right along with us. Right, Annette?
That is so correct. Listen, it's saying something because we always every week we bring 2, 3, 4 more chairs. So don't worry about it. We got room for everybody.
Yes, yes, yes. We
Every
have
week we
room for
bring 2, 3,
Lottie,
4 more
Dottie,
chairs.
and everybody. So listen, and as we say so often, we are not psychologists, but what are we, Annette?
Lifeologists.
We're lifeologists. We've
Yes.
seen some things, we've experienced some things, we've been through some things. And listen, we like to have a practical conversation just to kind of talk some things through. Sometimes you just got to do that. So we like to talk through our situations sometimes. So listen, that's what we're here to do tonight with you. But before we do, hello, Zenobia. Well, I'm talking about calling name. Hello, Jessie Carrot. Hello, Sharon. Hello, Constance. Hello, it's good to see you, Constance. We haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you with us tonight. So we're seeing all of our good people, all of our movers and shakers. Thank you all for tuning in. And please, ma'am, please, sir, wherever you're watching from today, please, we ask that you subscribe to that channel, but we also ask that you hit that like button, hit that thumbs up button, and give us a heart, give us a like. The other thing we want you to do is hit the little arrow. That's the share button. Hit that button and let us know. Listen, let somebody else know it is going down right now, and you need to tune in to Movement Worldwide for Can We Talk. So hit that share button, share it to your Facebook page, share it to your DM your family, your friends, and make sure you share it with Lottie Dottie and everybody. The other thing we ask you to do is to click that YouTube link and copy it. You can paste that thing. You can paste it to, oh, there it is. I see it now. You can paste it to your text messages. You can paste it to your DM messages. You can send it in email. You can send that everywhere. So send it to everybody and let them know, look, they're on now and you want to come and tune into this conversation. You got to see what they're talking about. You got to come and tune in. So goodness, let me tell you something. We have so much in store for you tonight. And we're always excited that you will subscribe, like, and share, that you will follow us on all social media platforms. You can sow a seed into Movement Worldwide via Cash App at $Movement Worldwide, or you can become a patron and come into covenant. How do you become a patron? Oh, I'm so glad you asked. You asked great questions. Well, you can go to patreon.com/Movement Worldwide, or you can just go to our website and there's a red button right up in the corner that says become a patron. It'll take you to patreon.com patron.com, where you can set up your account and set your amount. We ask for $12 a month. That's just 40 cents a day. But guess what? A lot of our patrons have made it for more than the amount that we asked for. And listen, it is a blessing into this ministry. So we pray that when you sow a seed, it comes back to you 100-fold. So you can sow a seed, you can become a patron, you can set your own amount. But guess what? The fact that you hear, and then I get to do this, boom, I get to see your names and your messages, and that you are sharing this. This means more to us than anything. So we thank you so much for your presence. You could have gone anywhere else with your time, but you chose to stop by here. And without further ado, we're going to dive right in. Somebody say dive right in. We're going to dive right into this conversation. We have a lot to talk about tonight, so we're going to make it happen. Hold on one more second. I'm sharing because I'm a little late sharing because it was not showing up on my Facebook, which means that it probably wasn't showing up on some others because, they've been having some little glitches lately. There's been a lot of little things going on. Even on Clubhouse, there's been glitch after glitch after glitch on Clubhouse lately. But you know what? We know that technology is a trip, but we don't ever let technology keep us from what we have to do.
Exactly.
Amen.
Amen. That's why I had to share again too, Nita, because something was going on with mine too. So.
Yeah, it wasn't showing up. So I'm actually going through my shares right now to make sure that it's getting to, a lot of the places that I like to share it, because I do a lot of sharing, y'all, and one time I said that and Sharon said, yes, you do. She kind of put me out on Front Street. Because I do share it about 2 or 3 times, and I'm like, listen, I want to make sure everybody got it. I want to make sure that you tuned it in, you got it, you're gonna, you got the notification. All right, so I think I got all my shares out now. So I'm gonna go on. Hello, Francesca. It's good to see. Yes, let's dive in, girl. I'm ready. I'm ready to dive in. So I'm gonna dive right into this conversation. We have our transformational topic. That's where we take idioms and phrases and we apply them to our everyday lives and kind of give you a little insight information. And tonight's topic is not a regular phrase or idiom, but a familiar passage of scripture. And this phrase comes from James in the Bible, book of James, chapter 1, verses 2 and 3, which says, my brethren, count it all joy. It's counted all joy. That's our topic. He says, my brethren, count it all joy when you fall into various trials, knowing that the testing of your faith produces patience. Now, how many of you have ever had drama in your life? You ever had drama? Why are you laughing at that? Because it is an all too familiar passage, all too familiar subject. Well, a lot of us have dealt with drama. Oh my God, drama is a trip. Drama is technically having excessively emotional performances or reactions to situations and circumstances in your life, and the things that have been brought on you. Those who are bringing on excessive performances or reactions in situations and circumstances. Yes. So there are drama queens and kings, and then when you are experiencing it, it is just plain old drama. So some of it is brought on by people and others brought on by circumstances that you can't control. However, drama is a trip. Drama, you know what? Drama is a mess. You don't have to invite it. You don't have to encourage it. Drama just shows up. Drama got a key to your house.
Come on.
Drama just comes up. And all of us have episodes of drama at some point of our lives. But I'm going to be very short with this because this one was a really good one and I want to get out the way. But a lot of us have drama in our lives. And James says to count it all joy. Now, when I looked at that word count, the word count means that's when you are looking over what you are going through or what you have gone through. And you're thinking of the wonderful things that have happened in your life. You're going through that. Oh, when I think of the goodness of Jesus and all that he has done for me. Oh, my soul cries out. Hallelujah. And that you ain't do that little thing, did you? You ain't do my soul cries out, hallelujah. When you when you take an inventory, you're giving an account of all of the wonderful things that God has done in your life. Oh my God, you're counting it up. You're like, oh, he did this and he blessed me. He brought me out. He made a way where there was no way. He made my ends meet when they weren't meeting. He healed my body. Oh, you start going through all the wonderful things. But James said, don't skip the bad stuff.
Come on, James.
James said, don't skip the bad stuff, Annette. Don't skip the bad stuff, Sharon. Don't skip the trying things, Constance. Don't skip the tribulations, Grace, Union, completion. Don't skip all the horrible situations, Jassy and Francesca. He says, don't skip all of that. Don't skip it. He says, count it all. And all means all. Now, I want to dig a little deeper with that word count. That's where I'm taking my word. Y'all know I like to take a word and deal with it from a transitive and intransitive tense. You know, a transitive verb needs an object to make sense, but an intransitive verb makes sense without one. And so the word count in the transitive tense means to consider. The intransitive tense of that verb means to add. To consider and add. Don't forget, don't skip it. You got to consider that thing. Consider it all what? Joy. And add that to the list of the bad things. You know why? Because, and the thing is, I know it's hard to do when you haven't reached that spiritual maturity. You know, some of us are so saved when I don't have bad times. I am blessed and highly favored of the Lord. Oh, whatever. Everybody has gone through. And sometimes it's very hard to do that when you haven't reached maturity and you're dealing with real deep saints that don't tell you the truth. They don't level up with you and tell you that this is a hard life. They don't level up with you and tell you you're going to go through just because you said you're on cloud 9 right now. But you know what? There going to come some times. So you have to be prepared, because guess what? I know it's hard when you haven't reached that place, but he says to put it all in the good column, because you can count. When you can count it, this is when you know. When you can count it, Annette, you know. And what you know, what you see, you count all of those things and you put that equal sign, because you know what? Knowing that the test of your faith produces patience. That's in verse 3. He says, see, the test will let you know if your faith is legit. Because everything that you have endured, guess what? You have survived it. So if you have survived it, why not put it on the list and say, guess what? He did this, he did that, and he made this happen. It wasn't supposed to happen. Oh, yes, I went through, and talk about that thing, because guess what? You went through it. So you can pat yourself on the back and say, you know what? I'm going to count this because I made it. I'm going to count it all joy. Going through on your job, count it all joy. Having trouble in your marriage, count it all joy. Having a rough time with the saints who will drive you some places, count it all joy, Pastor. Count it all joy, saints. Going through with the pastor, count it all joy. Falling out with a friend, count it all joy. Count it all joy, because whatever it is, it produced the patience in you to deal with the drama, to overcome it, and to have the strength to carry the weight of the blessing that is waiting for you because of it. Yeah. Come on. That's why you can't skip that stuff, Annette. See, we want to skip it. We want to forget about it. We don't want to think about the trying times. We don't want to think about the trials and tribulations. We don't want to think about when it's tough. We don't want to think about when our heart has been broken. We don't want to think about when that person that you love so much walked out on you. We don't want to think about that, Annette. We don't. We don't want to think about when we've had to bury a loved one. We don't want to think about when we lost our job or lost our home. We don't want to think about when we didn't know how we were going to pay our bills. We don't want to think about that. But he says to count it. Put it all on the list. Count it all joy, because it's only going to test your patience. And when your patience have been tried, when you have been tried through the fire, you will come forth as pure gold, because now you can deal with some stuff. You can endure some things. You can live through some stuff. You have survived some things. You have a testimony. And not only do you have the testimony, but you can help somebody else. So that put a whole new spin on it for me. I'm counting everything.
Yes.
Because you know what? Those are lessons. Those are lessons that have tried my patience, that have tried my spirit, that have tried my endurance, that have tested my faith. And now I know what I'm made of. Why? Because I count it all joy. I don't leave it off the list. I count it up. I count it up because I know. That's the deal. So I hope somebody was blessed by that tonight. Yes, 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 yes. Come on, Preacher Connie. Pure gold, fit for the master's use. You better say that. You know, we get our little shout out right there. She done hooped a minute right there. Oh, so that was good. I love that. You want to weigh in a little on that? You got anything you want to say about that?
Well, you know what, Anita, that was phenomenal. That you have to, that's a learned behavior. We learn everything else. We need to learn how to count on joy.
That's what we need to do.
Yeah, we learn how to eat. We learn how to walk. We learn everything. We need to learn how to count all joy.
Preach
I call situations like that learned behavior. Because that don't come overnight, but it's so necessary.
It is. It is necessary. It's learned and it's necessary. Oh, so that was a good one. That was a good one. So we are so excited tonight. Now that we gotten past the transformational topic, we can talk. Can we talk, Annette? Can we talk?
Bam.
She got her cup, y'all. Hey, we about to go in because y'all know we about to it's not time for tea time just yet. But y'all know we about to go in because we got to pass by that power tool first. And that thing gets kind of powerful. And this is when we really started the discussion. So we done pumped you up, got you all ready and encouraged you. Oh, yes, here go Frances. I'm like, yes, we can. You know, she ready. All right, y'all. But we're gonna pause for just a moment before we go to the next phase. We're going to pause for just a minute and we're going to have a quote from the quoteologist herself. We're going to have our Annettism, and then we're going to be right back with the next phase. Don't go anywhere. You got time to invite somebody else, but we're going to pause right now. Let me take this comment off so we can see the whole Annettism. So we're going to go into our Annettism and we'll be right back, saints.
The healing process begins in the heart and soul of man. So often, we are unable to get our breakthrough because of the fears and insecurities of life. We spend so much time dealing with the outer man, and the inner man is seriously neglected. The flesh, outer man, must fall under subjection of the Holy Spirit, so that we can truly walk in our God-given deliverance. Our wounds are the acknowledgement of the pain, but the scars signify the hurt is over and healing has begun. Let's start the healing process. This is Annettism's expressions.
All right, it is time to start the healing process. There are some matters and experiences that causes people to become hurt, fractured, or broken spiritually and emotionally. Sometimes it takes a conversation to mend a broken heart or spirit. In some cases, a Band-Aid won't do it. You need a power tool.
Power tool.
I just thought about it. I said we need a power tool.
Yes, we do.
Okay. Well, our power tool for tonight has the church gone mad? Has the church gone mad? And I'm going to do a little twist on it somewhat. So tonight I want to deal with the acronym MAD that is happening in our churches in our country and in this world. things we pretend is not going on, but it's right under our noses. We have a tendency to pretend like we don't know what's going on, but yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. You know what's going on with the pastor. You know what's going on with deacon so and so. Oh yeah, you know what's going on. And my question: has the church gone mad? One of the first things I want to deal with when I use the acronym MAD is messy and dirty. Messy and dirty, and we do it in the name of Jesus. I just noticed some things have gotten out of hand, and some people are not hiding anymore, and they are blatantly exposing themselves. Why is there there's such a problem with commercials now that having Black families? I was on social media and I saw this long verbiage from different people who had a problem with Black families and other families that didn't seem to fit into their narratives or their ideology of what a family should be. And in fact, some suggested that a real family could only be a white family because of the small percentages of Black folks in this country. So I was wondering, is the church going mad? Because we're talking about church folks that's saying these things. There's also a problem with people with having a Black Santa Claus. It's all on social media. You know, they're doing podcasts and all kind of foolishness. And how could there possibly be a Black Santa Claus? Do you not know Santa Claus was white? Well, in my neighborhood where I grew up in the project, there was never a white man walking down the street. And let me back it. A white fat man walking down the street carrying bags of toys. He would have never made it anywhere because somebody would have jumped him and took the toys. Is the church going mad when a man can ride in a crowd of people doing a parade and kill innocent people? I just need to know, is the church and the world going mad? A man on Facebook bragging about killing his ex-girlfriend, his ex-wife. And what was so amazing to me that grieved my spirit, yeah, he did the murder, but then there were people on there that were applauding him. And I'm looking like, have the world gone mad? And also, how can a former leader who had went on a profanity rant just recently and not be called out for his offensive words? And this is the man they say that God had anointed and appointed for such a time as this. And even if God do call us, that does not give us the right to say some of the things that's been said. Well, the Bible says in Matthew 24:12, and because of iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Well, wax cold means this: to blow, to refresh with air, figuratively. It also means to breathe cool by blowing, to grow cold. It means, and also this is the definition that blessed me. Is a spiritual energy that's chilled by a poisonous wind. And the problem with the church is there have been a poisonous wind that's been blowing. Have the church and the world gone mad? Well, my second mad is mayhem and destruction. Also in the name of Jesus. On January 6, 2021, a mob of supporters of the former president, which I don't even want to bother calling his name, went and attacked the Capitol, and it tried to overturn his defeat. And, you know, I'm wondering, has the church gone mad? Because I didn't hear anything from my brothers on the other side that they was condemning this. All they could say was, oh, it was stolen. Well, you know, that's a bald-faced lie, because he absolutely got his britches whipped off of him. Have the church gone mad? When we see George Floyd's statue was defaced and marked by a neo-Nazi group in New York, I didn't hear anything from the other side of the pond saying what is going on. Nobody said this is not right. They are okay with mayhem and destruction as long as they're getting what they want. But the minute it goes the other way, all of a sudden there's a problem. What have the church gone mad? In Proverbs 27:20, the Bible says hell and destruction are never full, so the eyes of man are never satisfied. It looks like the more they get, the more they want. And that is why we ended up with the former president, because he was able to say the things that they couldn't say. And then he said it so much, he felt emboldened. So that's why they don't have a problem talking about Black folks. That's why they don't have a problem saying this and saying that. Now, I'm not here to really drag my sisters and brothers in Christ. I'm just stating what my observation has been. And my observation has been, have the church gone mad in the world? And then finally, I want to deal with something I digress just a little bit and talk about the mad. This last mad I'm going to read is make a difference, regardless of how crazy things have gone on, regardless of whether our sisters and brothers, whether it be black, white, green, and yellow, have not stood up and declared that I will live by what God said. We have to make a difference. Just because they did it don't make it right, but nor is it right that we really slam them. So I'm just not slamming them. I'm just making an observation from what I've seen. Recent tragic events in our country have left our hearts heavy and our minds reeling with questions about how such unspeakable acts of systematic discrimination, ignorance, and intolerance occur in this world today. As such, we must be better prepared to speak out and take the necessary action in the face of these issues. Indifference and even confused silence allow hatred and intolerance to grow. Now, listen now. No, we may not always agree with people's lifestyle, but that's not my responsibility. God made them. All I can do is pray for them. I may not like the things that they said, and there may be times I will speak my mind, but I can't change. All I can do is pray, because what I understand about prayer, it'll go places that I could never go. So even when people act unseemly to say things that they shouldn't, I'm learning how not to respond. That's very hard for me because I'm very opinionated, but I have to understand that it appears that the church has gone crazy. It appears that the world is topsy-turvy, but I believe as long as God is there, that we will be all right. Have the church gone mad? Well, yeah, I do declare that they have, but this is what we need to understand. We have to understand that combining truth with justice calls us to honor, nurture, and celebrate the human diversity. Didn't say you had to like it. It said celebrate it. No, maybe you don't like whatever you see, but listen, give that thing to God. Diversity in all forms, and to reject whatever may negate or endanger the dignity and worth of human spirit. Now, there's some things I don't particularly care for, but what I do understand is that I cannot take something that God made and change it. See, I have to look in the mirror. Maybe I didn't do certain things, but I've done so many other things. So I had to look in the mirror, and I had to say, even though I didn't do that, and I'm not doing that, I have done some things. So if God saved me, why can't he save my brother, my sister? Have the church gone mad? I have to ask myself that. Even in my own personal life, I have to watch what I do, because sometimes Annette have gone mad, because there are times that I want to really get some people told because I don't like what I see. But at the end of the day, I can't control what other people do. But this is what we must do. And I'm almost finished. This is what we must do. Those of us, who maybe don't like certain things that our brothers and sisters across the pond, wherever the pond may be, we may not like what they say. We may not like who they elevated the last leader, and it was foolishness. We know it was, but because he did what they needed to be done, and we're the same way in a sense, because a lot of us didn't woke up, we didn't like what he was doing. So we had to choose out of the two candidates what we wanted, and so some of us chose a certain person. But as Christians, as leaders, as believers, this is what we must do. According to Matthew 5:16, let your light. You can't worry about if the people across the pond, down the street, around the corner, if they don't let their light shine, that's their business. But you have to let your light so shine before men, that they may see your good works. See, they may never pick up a Bible, but if they see your good works, then and glorify your Father which is in heaven. So have the church gone mad? Has the world gone mad? Has the country gone mad? Oh, yes, they have. But even through all the craziness, all the messy and dirtiness, all the mayhem and destruction, we have to make a difference. Mm-hmm. That's it for me. So, Anita, if you want to weigh in on that.
I mean, you kind of like laid it. I mean, you just like fried it, laid it to the side. What they say, fried it, laid to the side. Well, you have done that. However, it's just like, just to kind of give a little, just a little piece on there. The thing is that we are living in a society in today's world where everyone is it's just so divided. Number one. Number two, we're seeing where people have completely uprooted and moved their moral compass for their political gain and personal and social gain. And when it's gotten to that point that people's lives are at risk just for your gain, for power, that's when you know that yes, they've gone quite mad. And it's not necessarily, I'm not saying everybody, but when you look at it from a broad scope, you can't look at the church now and say, oh, that's refuge, that's this, that's that, because you have to kind of figure out how they're coming. Because you may go up in there seeking refuge or seeking solace, and then you're going to be hit across the head with their political position and their agendas. And it's so sad. And if your agenda and their agenda not on the same page, then they don't want, oh, well, I can't deal with you, or they look at you or treat you like you're crazy. So yes, the world is in a frenzy. People are crazy, losing their minds, killing the guy we talked about a couple of weeks ago that killed his own son, the football player. And then, we're going to talk about the guy tonight that killed his ex-girlfriend and his wife and himself. It's like, what is happening? We're seeing so many things happening and people are losing it. And it's time. It's time for us to pray. If the Bible says, if my people who are called by my name will humble themselves, turn from their wicked ways. He said, then will I hear. He said, if you would just turn from your wicked ways, get on your knees and pray, I will hear your prayer. I will hear your prayer. I will heal the land. But the problem is we don't, we're not at that place. Some do, some don't. And we're not taking the time. When you think about it, I mean, what I don't hear about much anymore in that, for all the saints of God who so Holy Ghost filled and fire baptized and speaking in tongues all the time and blessing Holly favorite every time you talk to them, they speaking in tongues and getting a whole of Shanda. For all the churchgoers with the hat down, curved to the side, and the lap scars and stuff who are just so addicted to the brick and mortar. For all of those people, what happened to prayer meetings?
I don't know.
I don't hear about it anymore. My mom and them, man, prayer meeting was the thing. Oh, we got prayer meeting going on tonight. We got prayer meeting.
That may be a topic to deal with right there.
We got noonday prayer. We got prayer meeting. And we don't see that happening anymore. I see more prayer on Clubhouse than I've seen in the church in years. So it's like it's amazing that we don't see it like that on that why. So I just want to throw that in there. So I'm not going to go and harp on it, but thank you so much, Annette, for the power tool, because it does make you think. And this is the stuff that people don't like to talk about. You don't want what the church is not. You're talking about the body of Christ. Absolutely, they're crazy.
Yeah,
they're crazy. Just like when Jesus went in the temple and turned over tables. You didn't think he was angry? Yes, he was angry. And people are angry. People are tired. People need help. People need hope. People need hope, and they're not getting it because they're fighting and going on and doing foolishness in the church, and it's all about pomp and circumstance and political gain, but not about the souls. Ain't nobody coming out the walls to go in the hedges and highways to get the souls. That's why we got to stay on our agenda, and that's why people like us, we got to continue to function. We got to grow, and we need the support to keep moving. So yes, say that. We still have them here in my church. Yeah, it's something. So, man. So we're gonna keep this party going. But man, that's it's always hard. Why is it always hard to move off of
I don't know,
off the power tool? Because that power tool, you want to dig and
you do, and the power tool not only make you look at others, but it brings it in your face right here. So we ain't talking about just other people. Some of that stuff I said, I had to deal with some of that stuff.
Man, have to deal with yourself. You got to look in the mirror first.
That's right.
Man, so powerful. Well, we're gonna move to the next segment. So we got to cover we got to cover Francesca's favorite part. Yes, Francesca, and I know you got your mug ready to talk. I know you read. So we're gonna move to the next phase. But before we do, we're going to pause for just a minute for our commercial break. We're going to pause for what they used to call it, station identification. Yes. We're going to pause for our commercial break, but you have time to add somebody in Oh, we got a long call. Anita.
Yeah, we got a call. Yeah.
They only know how to pray for fornication. Wait. I know it's time for the bell on this, so let me get the bell ready. They only know how to pray when it's time for fornication and homosexuality. Let someone become sick of body and mind, and they're useless. Yes, or hey, Jassy Karen, let somebody come in and walk into the doors of the church. And I ain't telling you nothing somebody told me, but something I experienced. Somebody walk into the church, and they all overcome with a demon. They hunting for the little sanctified girls, because all of them in there sweating and scared because ain't nobody there to come in there and say, come out in the name of Jesus, because ain't nobody been praying. So you done said a mouthful, preacher. And then, you know, one of the sounds I got to get is I got to get my preacher lick. I'm going to get it for the next one, because right now Sonovia need that. She need one of them, but because I don't have that, we got to give her the bell. Because she done said a mouthful. She done woke up the preacher. The preacher like, Jesse Karen, you better say that. Yes, you done said a mouthful, sister. Whoo, we got to go to commercial on that. When it's time for homosexuality, Annette, Jassy, fornication, homosexuality, those are the two cardinal sins. But yeah, listen, they were but on somebody else. So they sweeping theirs under the rug.
Yeah.
And then the kids come
about the lies and
the kids, the kids come out that they have produced in those acts that they have prayed on other folk about. They come out later, about 16, 17, 18 years old. Yes, I know you know. I know you know. She talking about no power. She talking about the people in the church ain't got no power to cast out a demon. I'm telling you, I've lived it. I've experienced it. And Jassy know. I know she know, and she know I know. All right, y'all. We're going to go for real now. We're going to the commercial break. We'll be right back.
Walk into your God-given destiny with power and conviction with Power Walk Sunday, starting March 7th, each and every Sunday at 10 a.m. live on multiple platforms. TNT, that's Tuesday Night Talk with Annette L. Anderson, every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. live on multiple platforms. Go where you can soar. That's Speak It, Orated, Articulated, and Reverberated. When we eat well, we live well, and all will be well. Go to elbwell.com, join the journey, and take your life back. You can also join Eat Well, Live Well, Be Well every second and fourth Saturday at 3 p.m. for Be Well, a health and wellness series. If you don't have your copy, get yours today at Amazon.com. That's Living Life One Quote at a Time by Annette L. Anderson. Helping us grow spiritually together. Tired of the fluff and puff of playing church? Ready to be a powerful vessel? Ready to work the word? Join Connie Green every Tuesday at 7 p.m. on Facebook Live. And we're here every Wednesday at 7 p.m. live with Can We Talk? Your co-hosts, Annette L. Anderson and Anita Faye Wilson, with Tea Time Topics, where we discuss trending subjects and current events. You can also discuss these with your Can We Talk coffee mug. Email us at info@movementworldwide.org. They're $15, and that includes shipping. Make a donation via Cash App at $Movement Worldwide, or go to our website, click the Patron button, and sow a seed of $12 per month. That's 40 cents a day. Whatever the seed, it's greatly appreciated. Be sure to follow us on all platforms. Click the notification button, subscribe, like, and don't forget to share. It's that time. Tea Time Topics.
Yes, it's time for Tea Time Topics. Tea Time Topics. Time for Tea Time. Okay. And then you go over there swinging. You know, I sure can't dance. I used to dance. That's when you know.
Yeah.
All right. Yes, Francesca, it's tea time. I know she did her little clap. Oh. All right. I love tea time topics. We're going to go into these topics, y'all. We got some good ones on tonight. And so we're going to start off with this first one that we talked about earlier. And this is the craziest thing. And I don't think I've seen anything crazier in my lifetime.
Me either.
But this man killed his girlfriend, Federal Hill, and his ex-wife, Columbia, before turning the gun on himself on Saturday. Police said a Facebook video posted by the alleged suspect shows him talking on his phone. And he was literally on his phone talking about this thing. This is him talking on his phone on a Facebook live video. And he posted this. It shows him talking on his phone, explaining the events surrounding the crime. He made claims about his ex-wife in the video and how he killed his girlfriend just minutes before. He literally said, so I just shot my girlfriend in the head. He shot the girl and killed her. And by the time Howard County Police were notified at 2:22 p.m. by Baltimore City Police that there was a video posted on social media that indicated the suspect intended to go to Howard County, it was too late. So he went from one county to the next. There was a video out. You mean to tell me all of that, nobody could have warned this ex-wife that he was coming to kill her? Because he was saying it. But the thing is, when she was opening the door on this video, you see her like opening the door, and he's like, oh, there go my ex-wife right there. And he runs to the door and he goes in the house, and apparently he kills her. So these are the two women that he killed. But this is where when we talk about has the church gone mad, this is where things have just gotten completely crazy. And yes, his girlfriend was pregnant.
Yes, she was pregnant.
She was pregnant. And he killed her and the unborn child. So he killed her and the unborn child. When he killed, he said, this is how it started. And then weren't the kids in the car?
Yeah, his kids were in the back of his car.
So he went in the house and killed their mother. And then he killed himself. Thank God he didn't kill the kids. But this is the craziest thing. And this is why we have to stay in prayer. Because, people just snap and we don't know why, they go that bananas, other than the fact that there's no prayer, ain't no Jesus, ain't no nothing. Can't be. And you got to have some voices of reason around you. And even the people that were on Facebook were like cheering and all that stuff. I'm going to let you speak on this and that. It's just.
Oh, yeah, they were. This one particular guy, and this is why I say I had to really pray, because I got with him. He never responded because he was saying, well, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. Because he was saying, well, this is women got to know this is what drive men crazy. Well, and that's
not an excuse to kill somebody.
I said, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that he killed two innocent women. I'm sorry for their families. I said, I'm sorry that he killed himself, and I'm sorry for his family because he had family. I said, I'm sorry. He said he didn't have family. I said, I'm sorry for his children. I want to say, I'm sorry for you for being an idiot, but I didn't say that. That was in my heart, but I wouldn't have said it. But I mean, come on. So. And I said this to him. I said, well, one thing for sure, we heard his story. I say, but he silenced the voice of two people. And obviously he seems to be the problem because he's the common denominator of the two. Both of these women. I think he wanted a submissive woman and they weren't with it. So that's my take on it. But it's
they look like little itty bitty,
little small women. He can, probably try to dominate, but then was he in for a rude awakening? It's her fault. It's your fault. Go get you some help.
Because and then he's speaking to the guy. Oh yeah, this is my friend. He know what I've been going through.
But then I'm gonna kill. I'm gonna go kill him. Then I'm gonna do myself. I'm gonna do myself because I can't go to prison. That's why I say
I can't go to prison.
Mental ill to know that was premeditated.
It was premeditated. He was just as calm.
Yeah.
Just as calm. So sad. So our thoughts and prayers go out to those children, the families, and everybody involved.
Everybody, his family, friends, co-workers. It has such a far-reaching effect, but
All righty. So we're gonna have the men bring on this first crazy other topic that we have. We just wanted to touch on that to say be mindful and be careful, y'all. Be careful. Ooh, I would say be careful who you marry, be careful who you date. You do really have to. You really gotta know
who step on their toes.
Be careful. Hey, be careful who you cut off in traffic.
Oh my God!
It's gotten bananas. All right, come on, fellas, bring on this next topic.
Moving, moving, moving. We keep it moving.
Yeah, I love this particular one because these were the fine people that the former guy was talking about.
Oh my God.
Charlottesville Robert E. Lee statue will be melted down by city's African American History Museum. The statue of Confederate General Robert E. Lee that once provoked a deadly weekend of violence in Charlottesville will be melted down and turned into a new piece of public artwork following a vote by the city lawmakers early Tuesday morning. The city had for months been searching for a new owner for the 1,100-pound monument, which served as the focal point of the white supremacy Unite the Right rally in 2017. Those were fine people. After the city took the statue down over the summer, 6 proposals on what to do with it were submitted by the art groups, historical societies, or individuals. Some offering to pay the city as much as $50,000 for the bronze sculpture. But the Charlottesville City Council voted 4-0 to hand it over to the only local bidders, the Jefferson School African American Heritage Center, a Black-led museum that proposed repurposing the metal entirely. Isn't that cool?
Yes.
I love the story.
Down, turn it into something else.
And turn it over to some Black folks.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So yes, Connie, we are definitely applauding that one. Boom, 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 boom. We give it the bell and our applause. Yes. We do applaud that. Melt it down. And you know what? I'm sure that act in itself is something that has really pained the people, the people who cause such a ruckus. Is crazy. Why would you want to keep something like that? But you know what? That's because that's where their heart is. Mm-hmm. But it's being melted down. Boy, I know they're angry. But I'm rejoicing. Come on, fellas, come and drag this metal off to be burned. Take it on to the fire.
Moving, moving, moving. We keep it moving.
Yes. I'm just gonna give her a bell. You can always leave it. You can always leave it to Jackson Carrot to have something to say. That is cray, man. All right, so we're gonna move on to the next one.
I love it.
Oh my God! Let me move this comment. Where is that comment? Oh, man. I gotta move the comment also. Oh my God! Yes, Connie. Ain't she something else? That's some funny stuff right there. All right, Tucker Carlson revealed that one of his children was in the Capitol during the January 6th riot. That Fox News host Tucker Carlson, he revealed this, that right. He said, I hated what happened on January 6th. One of my kids was actually in the building when it happened. I was on the phone in real time, Carlson said on the Fourth Watch podcast on Thursday. Although Carlson did not specify which child was in the Capitol, it was likely his son Buckley, who works for Indiana Representative Jim Banks' office, according to The Hill. The Fox News host went on to say that while he hates disorder, he believes that the media exaggerated the events of January 6th. Whatever. People got all wound up. I get it. Some of them misbehaved. I am not going to defend that, but it has been used like so many events throughout history as a pretext for something else. Are you serious? Carlson said he mainly took issue with the fact that the event was called an insurrection. As he said, there was no evidence that it was an attempt to overthrow the U.S. government. Are you serious?
Well, I'm going to tell you something. If he was Pinocchio, his nose would be so long, he wouldn't even be able to come out the house.
Man, we need the joke thing.
Everybody know it was an insurrection. The people who were there said
it was
they were trying to take over. They said it. They were going through paperwork and trying to stop the thing. So, and it's very interesting that this is the first time we heard about his child being there. Now, if that had been Joe Biden's son, that would have been news until Jesus came back. So Yeah. So, your son, what was your son doing there?
Mm-hmm.
He's saying it because of his son. Oh, where the people got all wound up. That's what you call it. You done beat 6 police officers and tore down buildings and windows and
Come on.
and smear feces all over stuff. That's what you're a little wound up with. If that's a little wound up, they are just pathological liars.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry. Stop pissing on me and tell me it's raining. I know what I saw. I sit in the same room. I thought it was a movie or something. We saw it on real time.
Right.
Stop telling me what I saw.
It was real time, and you hear the conversation.
You hear it.
You hear everything that they said. And they said who they were doing it for.
Yes.
That's crazy. That's crazy, crazy, crazy. Mm-mm-mm. I'm telling you, he need, you know what? He need to get his butt beat for that one.
I know, because Anita, they had this one guy, a little black guy sitting there with legs crossed. They tell me, who cousin is that, right? And so he went to court, and he talking about discrimination. They discriminate against him. Boy, you don't play now. Come on, I'm kind of like, come on now. No, they discriminate. You discriminate against your own self for having your tail sitting up in there. What's wrong with you? Yeah, but
man. Craziness. I want somebody to come get this foolishness. It kills me that they want to make excuses, and because his child was there. That's the thing.
That's why
your child was there. So now you want to sugarcoat it. Oh, it was all pumped up and prodded up. It wasn't really as bad. Yes, some people misbehave. They kill people.
Let me tell you something, Nita. That joker was scared until he found out what his son was, because he knew. Because his son could have been one of them, got arrested, but evidently he wasn't one of them. Mm-hmm. Don't tell me he wasn't sitting up there, his butt cheeks tight. Yeah, he was. You were scared, but now, almost a year later, it's almost.
You didn't say his butt cheeks were tight.
Oh yeah, he was, because I would have been Anita if I knew my child was in there, and they rested on people like, oh Lord, where's my son or my daughter? Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was scared, but now he can sit back and cross his leg and figure out more lies he could tell. I'm gonna tell you something. I pray he repent before he leave this world, because them the lying they should say lying Fox News. Oh my God, stop. We saw it. But anyway, I'm through. I got my box.
Isn't that crazy? All right. So listen, you can go somewhere with your foolishness trying to sugarcoat it for your child, but we know the truth, Tucker.
We know. We saw it.
You'll get a big old womp, 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 womp from us. That's what you get. That's what you get from us today. Yes. All right, come on, fellas. Let's move this trash off the stage. We have some other topics.
Moving. We keep it moving.
All right, this is a very interesting story, which I never heard of it. But anyway, a pregnant woman lynching resonates through the generation. It was May 18, 1918, and Mary Turner was grieving. Her husband, Hayes Turner, had been lynched without a trial and accused of being an accomplice in the murder of a white farmer. Her unborn baby would be raised without a father. And this infuriated, this was by the injustice. It was injustice. She threatened to ask the court to punish his killers. Well, back in them days, really, they ain't gonna do nothing. The next day, Mary Turner was dead. Her naked, burned body pierced by hundreds of bullets, hung from a tree by Folsom Bridge, 16 miles, Folsom Bridge, 16 miles north of Valdosta, Georgia. I can't read today. Her stomach had been cut open. Her baby, a month shy of being born, lay on the ground dead, its head crushed by a member of the white lynch mob who stomped on his skull. When the Valdosta Daily Times, a white-owned newspaper, described the reason for her death, it said her talk enraged local citizens. Wow. The people in their indignant mood took exception to her remark, as well as her attitude that, her husband was killed. The newspaper said, and took her to the river where she was hanged. What that newspaper and other white-owned newspapers omitted were the gruesome details of her lynching. They failed to mention she was 8 months pregnant and her unborn baby was killed. And so Anita showed you a cover. That's a picture of her in 1918. And so this is a story was really gruesome to the fact that she was pregnant, and they cut her stomach open, took the baby out, and stomped the baby. So that tells you, at the time, not only the church, well, they probably, those fine people in the good old church, that they would stoop to this level, because how dare she say anything about them killing her husband, So probably a little sassy girl, that's what they call it back in the day.
Sassy gal.
Yeah, gal.
Sassy gal.
They said her talk enraged local citizens. So yeah.
And the sad thing about it is that this is the kind of stuff that we, they don't want this kind of stuff discussed in history. They don't. They want it swept under the rug. They want to keep it under wraps as though these things didn't happen. And you're right. It probably wasn't Constance the only time in history that something like this happened. I know, when we hear stories like Rosewood and all of those things that happened, and that, the Tulsa massacre, there were so many other smaller incidents like that happened where they just destroyed people's businesses in the cities and killed their families, and how many babies were cut out of how many babies were cut out of the slaves, how many, when they used to use slaves as like prey to hunt. They just make them run in the woods and chase them down like dogs and just shoot them just for fun, stuff like that. We just, we hear about it, in little spurts. That's why it's our practice a lot of times to try and make sure that we put as much information as this out as we can. And it's a sad thing, but we're glad that now people are able to hear and know situations like this that have happened. So.
Yeah, because I read today where the governor is trying to pass a law that if certain things is taught in class, the parents can sue the school and sue the teacher. Well, they can do what they want, but we're in social media. You can't hide that information. They don't want certain information taught. Well, the problem I'm having with that concept, that if you had told the truth in the first place, then there would be it wouldn't be an issue. So we're gonna keep talking about it. And even if I don't ever say another word, you can go and find all this information out yourself. It's out there. So yeah.
Man, crazy. I'm just okay, we got to get off this.
Let's move on.
A Black woman vocalizing her opinion then was to be quenched at all costs. Disgusting, yes, quenched, but yes, at all costs. And that's the thing. They don't want you to say it. They don't want you to tell the truth. They don't want to know what happened. Exactly. And that's why there's such a fight against critical race theory, because they don't want the information to get out. They gutted her like a fish. Yeah, killed her baby, then hung her. Yes. Yeah.
Well, our governor
extremely. She says they need an extremely slow walk through hell.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but our governor is trying to pass. I said critical race theory. He's trying to pass a law that if critical race theory is being taught in the school, that the people can sue the families. Well, if the family is going to be suing because you don't like what's being taught, then take little Johnny home and teach him. And you know what I'm saying? Because you know what's nothing. Move on. Next one. What's the next one? Okay,
where the little men at? Come on, little fellas. Yeah, let's take us to the next one, because the net about to get hot.
Moving. We keep it moving.
Okay, we have I guess this is we're gonna. I think that's probably the lowest note that we have on our conversation tonight. So this one we're gonna go into this North Carolina man. North Carolina man awarded $6 million after federal jury finds detective completely made up a story that led to his 1995 conviction. A federal jury awarded $6 million to a North Carolina man earlier this month who spent 20 years in prison for wrongful murder and arson convictions. Daryl Howard, originally sentenced to 80 years in prison for the 1991 murders of Doris Washington and 29 and her 13-year-old daughter, Nashonda, walked free in 2016 after a Durham County judge vacated the sentence, citing prosecutorial misconduct. He filed a lawsuit in 2017 against Durham Police Detective Daryl Dowdy and the city, alleging that they were responsible for his wrongful conviction. In a taped recording he played for the 1995 jury that convicted Howard, Oliver said she'd seen Howard beat Washington and take her upstairs. No physical evidence linking Howard to the crime was offered at the trial. In August, Oliver recanted the statement and said Dowdy fed her the information. Documents show Oliver gave the statement over a 45-minute period, but the tape is just 10 minutes long. Howard's attorneys say Dowdy stopped the tape to coach Oliver on what to say. The tape and Dowdy's notes on the case have since gone missing. Go figure. Go figure. But you know what? That's why you have to speak up. That's why you have to pursue. And also that the more we see stuff like this happen, the more, listen, eventually they're gonna get the picture that you can't keep doing this and get away with it. What's your way in it?
Yeah, I'm just so glad that they have in place now, but you know, these group of lawyers to be, or whatever they're called, that they go and look at these cases and they find wrongdoing. Now, there's some people they're in prison, they'll never need to be get out ever. But then there are people like this man all this time that injustice was shown, and they made up stuff, just made up stuff. So the person who really killed these people may still be out there killing. We don't know. And that's the scary part.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what's ridiculous. It's like they may still be out there. I mean, but you went after somebody else who had nothing. He had nothing to do with it. So many cases of Black men and women misjudged and wrongfully convicted. Yes, and some have even been executed. But I'm so glad that there's a group of people, there are groups of people all over the country who are now trying to overturn and get justice for a lot of these people. So we are definitely in applause for him getting his settlement. Boom, 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 boom. Bam, 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 bam. And for those of you who went and lied on him and tried to make it, tough for him and all that stuff, you get a big old fat womp, 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 womp from us. Yes. Somebody said something. 6 million is sad. Yeah, it's small for 20 years imprisonment, but yeah, it is. It should be more. You're right. You're right about that now. I give you that. All right, fellas, come on, take us to the next one.
Moving. We keep it moving.
All righty. Atlanta girl becomes youngest USDA certified farmer in Georgia as the number of Black farmers in the United States dwindles. 6-year-old Kendall Johnson from Atlanta has become one of the youngest farmers in Georgia to be certified by the USDA, and she founded an organization called Grow Culture. She has a unique way of spelling it. It's aimed at educating others on farming and agriculture. While most kids her age are having a nap time and playing make-believe, 6-year-old Kendall Ray Johnson is busy planting seeds and watering crops and harvesting the week's bounty. You see them greens? Well, that's some good big bunch of the green. That's some good growing. A resident of Atlanta, Kendall started farming when she was just 3 years old. Her grandmother, Laura Kate Williams, taught her how to plant cucumber seeds, peppers, tomatoes, and broken collard greens. Broken collard green stems on her tiny patio garden. I didn't know that. I didn't know you could do that, Anita. Oh, that's very interesting. At 4, Kendall's parents built her garden bed out around the premise of their yard, and her passion for growing took off. Soon, she was inviting kids from all over the neighborhood to come see what she had grown. Eventually, the daily tours turned into Grow Culture, a business where she teaches other children about gardening and selling fruit and vegetables subscription boxes. Johnson was recently awarded $10,000 on Good Morning America to support her.
All right, now
her future in farming. I'm very interested in the broken collard green stems.
Me too.
I didn't know that.
And I got the farm around my house. I'm growing celery and I got collard greens and mustard greens and turnip greens actually growing. But I have the tower garden and I have garden in the dirt. And my sister regrows stuff. She's regrowing celery now. But I'm gonna have to tell her to look into this broken stem collard green thing.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
That's amazing. Yes. The stuff you learn.
Yes. We applaud little mama.
Yeah.
She got it going. Holding up her greens.
Her big bunches of greens.
Hey, those bunches of greens, mama's bigger than her. I bet you won't find those in the store. Okay, pot them in the store like that. That's for sure. Where's her farm? Where was her farm at? Where is it? It's in Georgia, right?
It's in Atlanta.
In Atlanta, yeah. She better do it. That's what I'm talking about.
And then she does a business where she teaches other children about gardening and selling fruit and vegetables subscription boxes.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's
she
what I'm talking about.
she got several things going on.
She got it going
Little
on.
business.
I'm saying, listen, you know what? Let's start teaching the children to do some things like that.
Yeah.
You know, look at that. Look how productive that is. And she's so young. But you know what? You know, and perhaps sometimes if people, you know, like these days, and you know, I've been guilty of it. Parents throw their kids an iPad or a tablet and put them in the corner somewhere, but don't teach them how to do things. I know I've been guilty, but ain't my child. Okay, you know, when you in grandparent mode, you ain't got time. But that's, you know, parents should be teaching, you know, their kids these kinds of things. Those
You're right.
Those are power moves, man.
You think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Anita, I wish I had the tenacity when I was younger. And if she's starting at 6 and, you know, she's selling, I'm sure her parents, if they teaching her this and they're teaching how not only plant seeds in the garden, but plant seeds in her life. So I'm sure she has a bank account and maybe some stock. That's the kind of stuff. And even where I'm at now, you know, I'm starting to do some things that I never thought I could do. So yeah, we should start, regardless of your age, right? Don't let age and situations stop you. But if you have children and grandchildren, try to figure out what their passions are.
Amen.
And then help
and feed into it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, fellas. Well, we have applauded her. She's so precious. All right, come on, fellas.
Moving, moving, moving. We keep it moving.
This is a great story. I mean, you know, it's like you don't see this often, but when you do, it's awesome. Customer surprises homeless Dunkin' Donuts employee with a furnished home. An Ohio family experiencing homelessness received the surprise of a lifetime from a loyal customer. Her name is the worker. Her name is Ebony Johnson. Works at Dunkin' drive-thru in Cincinnati, where the customer that blessed her. Her name. This is her. Her name is Suzanne Burke. Suzanne Burke is a regular customer. The two became friends about 3 years ago. Recently, Burke noticed her favorite employee was not at work for a few weeks. She learned that Ebony and her family were evicted from their home. When she experienced this hardship, I just wanted to see if I could help her, she told a television station. So she teamed up with a nonprofit organizations and partnered with a staging designer to surprise Ebony with a fully furnished home she can call her own just in time for Christmas. She said, the Lord really looked out for me because I kept praying and saying, can I be at home before Christmas? Isn't that awesome? And you know, I have another photo of her hugging the lady. She was so, I know this was like just amazing. I mean, that's the kind of stuff right there that just bring you to tears. This is the kind of stuff that, you know, we want to do with Movement Worldwide. This is the kind of stuff that makes, you know, that makes your heart just overjoyed. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's awesome. I love that. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. And we applaud her. We applaud her. Boom, boom, boom. So I forgot my bell. Get the bell first.
Yeah.
Then the applause.
Anita, the world haven't gone totally mad, so that's good.
No, it hasn't gone totally mad. Everybody hasn't gone mad. Let's put it that way.
No, everybody has. So amazing. And we love amazing stories. Everything is not gloom and doom and putting people down and want, but it's
we do. We told you, we deal with the good, bad, and ugly. We keep it light, but we still keep it real. We gotta go real. We gotta tell you the good, bad, and ugly. All right, fellas, come on, take us to the next one.
Moving, moving, moving. We keep it moving.
Carrie, I don't know if you saw or not. We were talking about those collard green stems. You got it. The little girl that grew. This little girl grew. I just saw Carrie. Come on, I don't know. She saw the whole story. This little girl grew collard greens from collard green stems. She's a farmer in Atlanta. You look into that. Regrow, because God knows we throw away enough collard green stems. All right.
That's interesting. I'm
interested too.
But I ain't gonna grow nothing. But it sounds good. Okay. A London man receives world's first 3D printed eye. Steve Versey, that's what I'm gonna say. That's his name. A 47-year-old engineer from Hackney was given the prosthetic eye on last Thursday. Moorfields Eye Hospital said in the press release that the prosthetic is the first fully digital prosthetic eye created for a patient. How awesome. A 3D printed eye is a true biomimic and a more realistic prosthetic with clear definition and real depth to the pupil. The hospital explained in the press release. Okay. Unlike traditional methods, it uses scans of the eye instead of invasive mode of eye socket. That's so difficult for children that they can need a general anesthetic. Wow. The production process is also much faster than traditional acrylic prosthetic eyes, which are hand painted. And can take months to complete.
Oh, wow.
I didn't know that. Dang, I'm smart. I'm learning all kind of smart stuff. I've needed a prosthetic eye since I was 20, and I always felt self-conscious about it. Versus said, when I leave my home, I often take a second glance in the mirror, and I've not liked what I've seen. The new eye looks fantastic, and being based on 3D digital printing technology is only going to be better and better. That's what he said about his eye.
Wow.
Yes. Anita, I went to school with a young man who had an eye, and he would just
hand painted eye.
Yeah, he had an eye. He used to take it out and run, and we would run. I don't know what we were running for, but yeah, and it was obviously not real, So technology is absolutely amazing. First 3D printed eye. Come on.
First, that 3D printed and then hand painted.
And it
3D printed and then hand painted. That's crazy. That's crazy. I mean,
oh boy.
I can't do nothing in that but applaud that.
Yes. Oh, that's amazing.
Wow. I'm amazed.
Me too.
I'm amazed. And then when you look at him, it looks so much better than how usually you can tell. So I mean, it's oh man, awesome. All right, let's move on to the next one.
Moving. We keep it moving.
Okay, dokie. Boom, boom, boom. We have listen, Black Girls Rock, y'all. Black Girls Rock. We have Black Girls Rock. Susan Houston becomes first Black woman elected sheriff in Louisiana history. I'm so proud and humbled to call myself your next sheriff, Susan Houston says. Susan Hudson. She says on a Facebook post after being elected New Orleans Parish Sheriff, there's a new sheriff in town in New Orleans, and her name is Susan Hudson. Voters in New Orleans made Susan Hudson the first Black woman sheriff to be elected. This is awesome. She's a former independent police monitor and progressive first-time candidate. And she was handed a surprising defeat to 17-year incumbent. Now, he must really not have been doing his job. If a newcomer, 17-year incumbent Marlon Gusman, they wanted to get him out of there. Securing 53% of the vote to Gusman's 47%, according to WWL-TV. Gusman won 48% of the vote to Hudson's 35% during last month's primary election. Woo, he must have done some stuff between. But neither candidate obtained the required 50% to win the race, which led to Saturday's runoff. So this was a runoff election, and guess what? She won. Yes. Black Girls Rock. Yes, Connie, congratulations are in order, and we applaud the sister for coming out on top. Yes. That's awesome, isn't it?
Yes, I love it.
Wow. Okay, we got some spammers coming up on our YouTube. And I've been blocking and deleting. All right, so you don't want to weigh in? You want to go on to the next one?
Yeah, we're going to the next one.
Because we have another good one.
Moving. We keep it moving.
Yeah, this is our last one, I think, Anita. Now, listen, this man has been on the news forever. I never learned how to pronounce a man's name. So Jesse, is it Jesse? Jesse Smollett? Jesse Smollett. Okay.
Jesse Smollett.
Smollett. Okay, Smollett. Jesse Smollett, guilty. Was been found guilty of staging hate crimes and lying about it. The jury in the trial of Jesse Smollett has found a. Now, they threw me off with this. They said has found the Mighty Duck actor guilty of staging a racist, homophobic attack against himself back in 2019. I said, oh, he played Mighty Ducks. I didn't know that. I just knew about Empire. I don't know why I didn't say Empire.
Mhm.
Anyway, he was found guilty of 5 of the 6 charges that he lied to police about being a target of a hate crime. He was battered in the court of public opinion almost from the moment he reported he had been attacked near his Streeterville home 3 years ago. Actor Jesse Smollett was convicted last Thursday by a Cook County jury following an 8-day trial. Oh, there it is. Here it is, talking about Empire now. Okay, the Empire actor was found guilty of 5 counts of disorderly conduct and acquitted on the 6th count after 9 hours of deliberation by the jurors. 6 women and 6 men, only one whom was black, indicating that he may and they talked to the black guy, indicating that they may have struggled to reach a consensus. Smollett, 39, stood rigidly with his hand clasped in front of him as the jury filed into the judge James Lynn's courtroom, and he showed no reaction as the 4-woman read the verdict. The actor will remain free on his own recognizance until his sentencing, which will likely not take place for several months. Well, when I first heard it, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, what's wrong with that story? Did he? I remember thinking, like, did he drop his sandwich? You know, I don't know why. I always thought the story was a little fishy, but you know, I just did. But I mean, it could have happened, but it didn't sound plausible. But you know, that was just my take. That's just my take on it.
I mean, obviously there was not, you know, it was not all there in the story, and I guess, you know, I'm not like, it's not like I'm like, oh my God, Jesse, no, he couldn't have, no, you know, yes, he obviously, you know, there was something not clean in that whole thing, because he was found guilty on all charges, which means, you know, I mean, there was not much reason to not believe it when you actually read about the case. You didn't have, you know, you would look at him like, really, Jesse? And because that's how I was looking at it. I was giving him the side eye. And yeah, so it's a done deal. I mean, hey, you got to wait for sentencing, Jack. It is sad. He lied. He just did. I mean, it is sad. It's sad because he has such a promising career. And I know he comes from a family of actors and actresses. His sister is a really big actress. And I think he has another brother that's an actor. So he comes from a family line of people who are successful in the industry. And it's sad that you feel like you have to do something like this to get attention. You know, just be who you are. Yeah. You already were on one of the top shows, and you were left out of the finale because of this. Yeah. So it made no sense to me. He all in the hospital, all bloody and beat up. You're going to pay somebody to beat you up. You got to go through all of that to get attention. It's a sad thing. So yeah. For him, you know, I hate that you went out like that, but I got to give you the womp. Sorry.
I don't care. We got to keep
equal opportunity. I got to give you the womp.
We keep it light, but we keep it real.
We keep it real. Listen. We got 2 more. I know one you skipped, Annette. I know you probably didn't see it. You didn't realize it because it looked like the same thing. So I'm going to have the fellas bring these last 2 on before we go, y'all.
Moving. We keep it moving.
Yeah, you skipped our other lady. We had another lady. There were 2 women. It was what's her name? Suzanne.
Suzanne Houston.
Yeah, it was Susan Hudson.
And
then it was also New York City. Will get its first female police commissioner.
I did.
In the new year, after Mayor-elect Eric Adams, who just got elected, a black man, picked Nassau County Chief of Detectives Kashant Sewell to take over the nation's largest, somebody say largest, police department. Kashant Sewell is a proven crime fighter with the experience and emotional intelligence to deliver both the safety of New Yorkers' need and the justice they deserve, Adams said in a statement released to CNN on Tuesday. Chief Sewell will wake up every day laser focused on keeping New Yorkers safe and improving our city, and I am thrilled to have her at the helm of the NYPD. That's what I'm talking about, Black girls
Yeah,
rock.
she also, I
And we
love
got
her
to give,
lipstick. It's pretty.
huh? What'd you say?
I love her lipstick too.
Yes, yes,
She is
yes.
beautiful, beautiful woman. Yeah.
I love her lipstick. Let me look at the lipstick. I ain't look at the lipstick. Oh, it is pretty. Yeah, it's nice and
Yeah.
shiny. All right, go, girl. Somebody had something to say. Yes, yes, Black Girl Magic. Yes, exemplifying Black excellence. Ah, absolutely, absolutely. So we got one more story, and this is a funny one. This was sent to us by one of our viewers, and I said, "Oh, let me grab this and pull this in." I forgot to put it
I
on our
skipped it.
paper. No, you didn't skip it.
Oh,
I forgot to put
I
it
got you.
on our lead sheet,
Okay.
on our call sheet, but I thought about it and I did it while we were in the middle of this. But
Gotcha.
this is the one you and I spoke about it today, but I forgot to put it on the sheet. This is the one. Oh my God, this is amazing story. A server at Oven and Tap. She was a server. Her name is Ryan Brandt. She was allegedly let go after taking all of the money given to her in a $2,200 tip. Grant was serving a party of 40, all of whom left $100 each for two waitresses, adding up to $4,400. And yeah. all of it totaling up to $4,400. Now, here's the thing. It's such an interesting twist to this story because I actually looked up the story to get, the full information on the story because, you see a lot of things on Shade Room here, there, and everywhere. But it said the group of customers included Grant Wise, the owner of a real estate company, Whitley. Wise says prior to coming to the restaurant, he checked the tipping policy. He allegedly states that he can tip someone a hefty amount. According to Newsweek, when Brandt received the tip, she says her manager told the waitress that they must split it between themselves and their fellow wait staff. Brandt, who's worked at the restaurant for 3.5 years, told KWNA that she's never been asked to split her tips. So she said, I was told I was going to be giving my cash over to my shift manager and I would be taking home 20%, Brandt explained to the news outlet. Then Wise stepped in. Wise told the restaurant that he didn't want the tip to be split and asked for his gratuity to be refunded. And then he gave the cash to Brandt directly.
Wow.
Afterwards, Brandt was fired from her job because she allegedly told Wise about the tip pooling, which is reportedly against the restaurant's policies. He said, it was devastating. I borrowed a significant amount for student loans, Brandt said, Newsweek reports. Most of them turned off because of the pandemic, but they're turning back on January. And her statement, that's another statement. But Oven and Tap released a statement saying, after dining this large group of guests requested that their gratuity be given to two particular servers. We fully honored their request. Out of respect for our highly valued team members, we do not discuss the details surrounding the events of our employees. That's an interesting story when you think about it, because he went back and he gave it to her and then she was fired. Wow. What do you think of that, Annette?
Wow. Well, you know what? She'll get another job. As bad as this country hurting, it's their loss. Because I'd have kept my money too. Bye-bye. I'd have kept my $4,000. That didn't
$4,400.
Because think about it. 40 people, that's a lot of people to to wait the table on. And she obviously did a good job. And I applaud.
So you want her to split that between her and another waitress when she was the one who took care of the party.
Yeah. Only way I can see it if that other waitress helped, but if she didn't,
apparently, I mean, when you think about it, there's a reason why the man came back and asked for his money back and then went and gave it to the girl personally. So if he did that on his own, why fire the girl?
That's all right.
Why fire her if after the fact the man came and gave her money? Why? Because she accepted it?
Yeah.
She had every right.
Somebody gonna do a GoFundMe and she gonna get enough money to build a house or something.
Listen, like that man loved that chicken. Y'all still love that chicken for Popeye?
He had a
man.
Shoot, I think he got a good little bit of money.
He did. That thing. I mean, the last time I checked it, he had like $29,000. Was it?
It was a lot, too.
Man,
that was wrong. But especially now, if the policy said, but I'm like, they don't. Well, no, because if she never had to split it before, why are we splitting it now? I think that was the issue.
Child, he up to $41,118 now. I just looked up his GoFundMe page.
That's all right. She will
He made more on GoFundMe than he make in a year.
It may be a blessing in disguise. Sometimes things happen and we don't understand it, but it may be a year from now, 5 years from now. But at some point, that's all right. She went home with her money.
She sure went home with that $4,400. He went back and gave it to her.
And what waitress make an hour? It would take a long time for her to make that.
Sure would. Oh, well, she got it now. All right, well, good people, we have come to the end. I'm so glad we had this time together. We need a little closing song like that in that.
We do
something that we can like kind of ease into our wind down. But we thank you all so much for joining us tonight. You could have gone anywhere else, but you decided to stop by here. Before you leave, please, that video you're watching on Facebook, you're watching on YouTube, you're watching in our Facebook group. Please, ma'am, please, sir, hit the like button. Like that video, like that page, and also subscribe to it and then share it. Click that arrow and share it. Again, you can also sow a seed via Cash App at $ Movement Worldwide, or you can become a patron. Become a patron, y'all. Sign up and become a patron. It's a monthly seed of $12, or you can set your own amount. And you become a patron by going to our website, clicking the button that says become a patron, and it'll take you to patreon.com where you can set up your account and set your amount for whatever you want to, which all of our patrons have set their amounts for more than we asked for, and we're greatly appreciative. But we're appreciative just for the fact that you were here for us to talk to. We have so much fun talking to you all. You all are our movers and shakers, and we can't do what we do without you all. So follow us everywhere. Follow us on all social media platforms at Movement Worldwide. And you can also email us at info@movementworldwide.org. And listen, we got a lot going on. We're going to give you the rundown right now. We got a lot going on. We start on Tuesday nights with Annette L. Anderson. Annette L. Anderson, she has her own stuff going on, her own show going on. She starts the week off with Tuesday Night Talk. That's TNT Tuesday Night Talk, where we take flight and soar. That speak, orate, articulate, and I gotta do it. Reverberate. Speak, orate, articulate, and reverberate. That's Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. live on Facebook and YouTube. Then we turn around on Wednesday nights. We come right back here live on Facebook and YouTube at 7 p.m. for Can We Talk? The middle of the week, hump day. You get a chance to laugh, let your hair down. Different kind of platform, but we do come with some things that are going to bless your life. We have our transformational topic, which is idioms and phrases, and as you learned tonight, sometimes Bible verses that we will use to help you to unwind and think, just to transform your way of thinking. We come from a very practical place. We break it down for lottie-dottie and everybody, for the smallest child to the oldest person to understand it. So we love to have that conversation, and then we don't ease on into our power tool. Power tool is a hard to have conversation, the one that everybody want to sweep under the rug. You don't really want to talk about it? We do that here. That's our power tool. And then we have our tea time topics. Boom, boom. We keep it light, but we keep it real, y'all. See, we have our tea time topics. That's my most fun part of the show. So we do that on Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. And then on Fridays, we are on Clubhouse. If you are not on Clubhouse, get on Clubhouse, because that conversation is going to a whole nother level next year. Let me tell you, I'm reaching out to some other moderators. We having some guests coming on. We having a conversation on there that we're not having out here. So join us at 8 p.m. on Friday nights on Clubhouse. If you don't know how to get there, I don't know how to get there, need to go. Bam! Then you can text us. And I hate that they gave us a 10-digit number now, but they did. Lock this number in, 954-820-5050. 954-820-5050, and text the word movers to that number, and you can get a text message which will have the link when we're on. We're on Friday nights at 8, and then on Saturday mornings, first and third Saturdays, we're with the collaboration. We're praying through the pandemic, first and third Saturdays at 10 a.m. Again, text movers to that number, and you will get a link. And then on Sunday mornings, we have our Power Walk Sunday, and that's on Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. Our Power Walk Sunday, where we inspire and motivate you to walk into your God-given destiny with power and conviction, where there is always, say always in it.
Always.
Oh, you got it good. Where there is always a word for you. And yes, that's that Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. live on Facebook and YouTube. You got anything to say, Annette, before we go?
Just thank everybody. It's usually been great. We love the comments. We love the laughter. So this is the middle of the week, and I just love it. Help me get moving to the rest of the week. So thank you so much, and we love you, and we appreciate you coming on.
We love y'all, but we gotta go. Oh man, I hate saying goodbye. What's the saying? Parting is such sweet sorrow. Parting is such sweet sorrow.
Mm-hmm.
But we love y'all, movers, and we thank y'all again for coming. Join us again for the next time that we are on. Tell somebody, invite somebody. Even this video, you can send to them because it'll still be up. So good night. We love you. Mwah.
Love you.
Mwah. Love
you.
y'all. See y'all the next time.
Thank you.
Walk into your God-given destiny with power and conviction with Power Walk Sunday, starting March 7th, each and every Sunday at 10 a.m. live on multiple platforms. TNT, that's Tuesday Night Talk with Annette L. Anderson, every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. live on multiple platforms. Go where you can soar. That's Speak It, Orated, Articulated, and Reverberated. When we eat well, we live well, and all will be well. Go to etlbwell.com, join the journey, and take your life back. You can also join Eat Well, Live Well, Be Well every second and fourth Saturday at 3 p.m. for Be Well, a health and wellness series. If you don't have your copy, get yours today at Amazon.com. That's Living Life One Quote at a Time by Annette L. Anderson. Helping us grow spiritually together. Tired of the fluff and puff of playing church? Ready to be a powerful vessel? Ready to work the word? Join Connie Green every Tuesday at 7 p.m. on Facebook Live. And we're here every Wednesday at 7 p.m. live with Can We Talk? Your co-hosts, Annette L. Anderson and Anita Faye Wilson, with Tea Time Topics, where we discuss trending subjects and current events. You can also discuss these with your Can We Talk coffee mug. Email us at info@movementworldwide.org. They're $15, and that includes shipping. Make a donation via Cash App at $Movement Worldwide, or go to our website, click the Patron button, and sow a seed of $12 per month. That's 40 cents a day. Whatever the seed, it's greatly appreciated. Be sure to follow us on all platforms. Click the notification button, subscribe, like, and don't forget to share.